Have you ever met somebody in an area you're interested in or maybe even a part of, but when you met him in real life, in person, then you got more than disappointed? Well, then let me tell you a similar story which happened to me with Grumpy Grandpa Paul Ross, or should I call him by his alter ego with too much ego, Ross Jeffries.
Go fuck yourself.
Well, I have to say, I never had this hardcore admiration for anyone, especially him. I just read his books previously before our interview to prepare. He was one of the founders of Modern Day Pickup and the community I'm in as well, and I'm teaching as well. And of course, therefore, I wanted to get him on an interview, as I had already many great coaches on my channel do an interview with, and everything went always really well. Everything was based on a mutual respect. We had a fun time. But this one was really different.
If you're going to continue to interrupt me, I'll terminate the interview.
So I agreed to do an interview I was looking very forward to. I asked guys questions in the group, what I should ask him, what they want to know. Gathered the best questions, but I have to say, all you guys are mediocre. I mean, first of all, I know his controversial character.
I just want to say, I like to offend people.
But being controversial, and I interviewed the guys who are controversial, and you know what yourself, I'm not really always politically correct in my views. First started already admitting that he had a bad day, did his meditation. We'll do an anger release meditation afterwards. Well,
I meditate. I did meditate this morning, which is why I'm a little cranky, I confess. I'm going to go do it as soon as we're done with this interview.
If you didn't take your blood pressure medicine, I understand as well. You know, if you're old, things happen like this. So it's not a problem for me to postpone, you know. But then coming up already in the first minutes, and I'm really good at reading social cues, you know, and I already had this feeling of this won't be great interview, you know, this will be a pain in the ass. And but I did it actually for you guys out there, and I didn't want to disappoint you, you know. I promised this interview and I was like, okay, let's do it now. But yeah, if somebody starts with having his extreme political views, which have no place in this interview, you know, this is a dating channel. This comes with getting or receiving dating advice and giving guys value, and not someone's political standpoints in a radical way.
I just want to say, I like to offend people. This says Zahal, the Israeli Defense Forces. I am Jewish. If you don't like Israel, go fuck yourself in the lowest hole of hell.
This is very unprofessional. Yeah, this is more than unprofessional. I didn't expect this from a guy who's teaching this since the 80s. This is very untasteful, I have to say. And you can leave this shit at your home or in your home, even if it's virtual, but please don't do it in an interview with me. You know, I had this feeling if you try so hard with somebody to really come together and find a common ground.
He's one of the co-creators of NLP. He
was a student back in the it was a student from Dr. Grinder, and those two guys basically founded NLP. Yeah, I didn't know you had personal contact with a student, or it's amazing.
Okay. If you're going to interrupt me, then I won't talk.
And then when I just clarify questions guys had, threatening to leave the interview.
Mm-hmm. What do you mean by average? Define your term. You keep going back to this stereotypical image, this cartoon image of a fat guy living in his mom's basement playing video games all day. I would say that's a tiny minority of the men who are having challenges with having a good social life with women. This
wouldn't be average anyway. This would...
Please let me speak. If you're going to continue to interrupt me, I'll terminate the interview.
I mean, what the fuck is this? I was asking myself, like, where am I? What the fuck is this? Never happened to me before, as I said. And if you have a bad day, as I said, and we can postpone the interview, man. It's no problem, you know. But don't let these things out in an interview with me, putting others down, other great coaches.
There's no, I'm going to interrupt you. There is no October Man sequence. It's a myth. It's a lie. If there was, I would teach it. There's no such thing. It's a lie. That's a myth.
I think we have to talk to Mystery then.
It's a lie.
Then, of course, on the other hand, I understand when you don't want me to drop this interview. You show the world your true face, your real character, and how unprofessional you are. I actually wanted to quit this shit already 5 minutes in the interview. And this never happened to me. I had many interviews and we all met on a mutual ground. We had mutual respect. Even our views weren't the same. What should I say? Views weren't the same. I mean, I was interviewing, asking questions you guys had. Actually, I agreed with pretty many things. If you take like 95% of the time and try to shift the interview in a way you want to have it and try to create a monologue instead of really as well listen to the questions. I told him at the end, I felt, disrespected and really it wasn't how I actually thought it will be. He told me that he's talking like this with other guys as well, and I shouldn't take it personal. It wasn't personal. But then it's even more shocking when he talks to everybody like this. It were questions guys had. It was not me.
I understand. Asking. Look, if I've made you feel attacked, re-examine it. This is how I communicate with everybody.
I mean, I just wanted to clarify things, and before you mistakenly think like, oh, it's what he means, whatever, and I had many interviews, as I said, with other coaches as well, and I'm happy I had you here. But I felt a little bit personally, like it came a little bit,
it's not personal. I would do this with anyone.
I was more than shocked to hear from guys out there, as well as coaches, who told me similar stories, similar situations. Even previous students of his said that he was acting like this towards them and mocking them in front of other students. This is not the way how you should do it. As a professional coach, I think this is more than unprofessional. As somebody who is teaching this, as I say, for decades, it's even more shocking, really. And I don't know why nobody called you out yet on this. Everybody, I think, people live, or such people live more of fear, than of love, helping others. They turn guys really depressive and turn guys actually worse than they are. And you as a coach, you should really help guys, getting their confidence, not making them even more down. Because guys who are coming to us are not really confident, don't even have many people around, many people they can trust, and they put all their soul and trust into you, and then you play this with them. So I'm very, very shocked. And as I said, it's my fault. I should have prepared better. If I would have known these stories, then trust me, I would have never made this interview with this guy. But I'm glad in a way that I did, because this again showed me and showed you guys his true face. After the interview, I wrote him, and sometimes you're so shocked in a situation that you barely can realize what the fuck is happening, And then I again wrote everything down, or my views down, in a really respectful way. But instead of really looking to himself a little bit, what he did was he just wrote me a short message of, it was a bad interview, don't publish it. You interrupt and also ask me mediocre questions.
Sure, it's an excellent question. So this has been a good discussion.
So here you have it, guys. Your questions are too mediocre. You are too mediocre for master seducer Ross Jeffries to be even bothered. As you said, the questions were too mediocre. Now this is a question from me personally. Do you still cry when a woman gives you last-minute resistance, as you wrote in your book? You can see as well that he blocked me right afterwards. So again, shows true professionalism. Guys, if you want to know how a good interview looks like and you want to get value out of it, then make sure to follow the channel. And I did very great interviews with many guys. So look at the end screen. At the end of the day, it's up on you guys, the audience, to decide if you follow or continue to follow this guy.
Write a book about it so I can make money, and become famous.
Ross, hope the anger release meditation will harvest some fruits in the near future. And I hope and wish you all the best on the way, man.
Auf Wiedersehen.